Good afternoon and welcome back to the channel. I'm Mal, the veg plot man, and I'm back down on the allotment today after a busy weekend. A disappointing weekend. Unfortunately, Leeds didn't make the Premiership. Just another one of those years. We'll have to go again. Anyway, you've just caught me just finishing off planting. I've nearly got all my outdoor tomatoes out. I've just one more bed to do, which is a little bit further over there. So I'll show you around this and then show you that bed that I've yet to do, and I'll just show you what I've been getting up to between obviously having the time off to sort the hot tub out and doing Razak's, one of our plot neighbours' roof. There's quite a lot out. The plot's looking quite full, and I've set myself a date around the second week in June. I want to have everything out, and I strictly want to be coming down here to pick the hoe up and do the weeding and really start to enjoy the plot. I find myself working all year round, and that's not what my intention was when I took the plot on, some 7.5 years ago. So a little bit more about that later, but let's show you around, show you what I'm up to first of all here. So here's one of the two larger beds that I'm going to be putting my Shirley tomatoes in. Quite a big bed for the sake of 15 tomato plants, but what I'm going to do is I've covered up with a piece of plastic just to keep the weeds down whilst I tend to the tomatoes. So hopefully we will get a decent crop. Now what I've done, as you can see, there's 3 rows, and I've just simply cut some holes into the plastic and then planted the tomatoes into those. I've put one support cane going across, and obviously I'll put one further up as and when required, and when I get some pegs I'll peg this plastic down properly, and then that'll be doing a job for me, keeping the weeds down, keeping the soil warm, and yeah, I'll get those logs away and get them processed down at the bottom of the plot once I get the pegs in. So yeah, as I say, there's going to be 15 in there, and I've given them quite a bit of a gap between each one so that they don't steal each other's light. So let's see how those Shirley tomatoes go on. And then, as I say, across here in this other bed I'm going to do a similar thing with the ones that I've got left. I may as well put them out. I'll get a piece of plastic down, I'll get those bits of weeds out and potatoes out, and get the plastic pen down and do the same again. Right, lovely. What I'll do is I'll take you up to the top of the plot and show you where I've located the other outdoor tomatoes. It's a bit tad windy, isn't it? So here at the side of the small greenhouse, I've prepped this bed, and I've got myself 7 money makers in there. That bed is full of fertility. It's got a load of old manure that's been in there, leaf mould. I think it's had a couple of bags of spent compost. So yeah, hoping for big things. And then just across the way, beyond the bolted leaks, I've got 2 baskets here, and in there is aroma, and in this one it's the spare money maker. And I've also got 2 baskets here that I will be eventually filling and putting some tumbling toms if I can get hold of them. So now I'm on with getting the last of the dahlias into these 2 flower beds. I've done the one behind me there, and it's just a case of getting the next lot in. Again, there's been plenty of well-rotted manure put in this bed. I'm also going to interdisperse in this bed some sweet corn that I had left over. Just plant sort of 4 at that side, 4 over this side, and you know, if I get something from them, all well and good. Let's have a look at the root ball on this. There we go, that's a nice looking healthy plant. Let's hope them slugs don't discover it. I've seen a hell of a lot of videos on YouTube, all with the same problem, particularly over here in the UK for the slugs. And I think that's simply down to the lack of frost and the torrential rain that we've had throughout this year. Some people don't bother digging the dahlias up. I know that Martin, we're over at Hanley Plotter, he just covers his up and hopes for the best. And I see the attraction to that method, because it can be a pain in the backside. Getting them out, cleaning them off, storing them. You always lose 1 or 2. Right, I'll get back to you once I've got this done and show you the finished article. There we go, so that's the bottom flower bed completed. As I say, we've got 3 dahlias in there. As you can see, maybe just up there, we've got a line of cosmos that once they get the feet down, they'll be up and out and hopefully putting on a good display. This forest flame were doing really well last year, and I don't know if it's because I've added well-rotted manure to this, but it's take a turn for the worst. We'll just have to keep an eye on it. As I say, the sweet corn, 2 blocks of sweet corn there and 1 further over there. That Buddleia globosa, which I must take you to see at the front of the plot. If you've not got one of these and you want to attract bees to your plot or to your garden, you've got to get a Buddleia globosa. That one there needs pruning down. So that's the first one there, and then there's another bed just a little bit beyond that I've done as well. So in here we've got 4 dahlias, a block of sweet corn in the middle there, and the Buddleia globosa there. Now, not doing so well on this side of the plot at the Buddleias, a lot smaller plant, even though they were all planted at the same time, and a lot slower to flower. But I'll take you up to the front of the plot. Oh, before we go, I made a dent in this wood pile, as you can see. So I've chopped all that, and the next bit is to get my water tank out of there and get all that stacked in there and start on that cherry. On the way up to the plot, I'll show you this bed here where we've put some carrots in. Well, I say we, my daughter visited over the bank holiday weekend and she came down and spent the morning with me and bobbed these carrots in and planted on my leeks. So I'm really appreciative and grateful to my beautiful daughter Demi. So thank you, darling. I'll see you in a couple of weeks when we come up to the farm. Beetroot's going a bomb. Right, I'll take you up to the top, show you this globosa. Check this out. There's absolutely tons and tons of bees all over this beautiful plant. Just buzzing about. They absolutely love it. And if you think this one's good, let's go over to this side. But before we do, there's the leeks that the daughter planted. Well done, Demi. Let's hope they grow, or else it's your fault. Right, and this one over here is a beauty. I absolutely love them. They say they're hard to keep in check, but a really good hard prune down early in the year. But it's an absolute hive of activity for the bees. Truly can't appreciate via this camera how many there are. They're just all over it. So if you're wanting a plant to attract the bees in your garden, I certainly recommend Dahlia globosa. Right, so as I say, I've set myself second week in June to have everything out and planted and everything potted on in the greenhouse that needs to be. I need a good water, but my peppers will all need potting on. I've still some sunflowers that have got to go out yet. I've got some lettuce that's got to go out. We have some celery to go out. And if you remember, ages ago I'd said, oh, that celery, it's not taken. Anyway, I looked up one day and all of a sudden there were just loads there. So I've got about 14 little plants like that. So they've got to go out. What else is there? I've got some Nicotiana, but they're going up to the garden at home. But yeah, I'm pretty much wanting to... Oh yeah, I've got the spare sprouts. Now there's a story. The sprouts that I told you were getting annihilated, believe it or not, have made a dramatic comeback. So they're looking good. So it looks like the spare sprouts that I got there, I'm probably either going to give 4 away and I'll plant 4. And I've also got my kale to do. So hopefully, I think we're on target to meet that deadline. And then what I want to do is get sat back and relax, you know, and enjoy it. I'm one of them that, for whatever simple reason, I can't just sit still. I always set myself targets. Well, I'm not doing it this year. I'm going to sit back. Many a time, I'm going to walk down with my rucksack, a few beers, a couple of magazines, and do nothing. Bit of hoeing in the morning, because that's what it's all about. You can't have all work and no play. Right, guys, I would just like to say thank you very much. We are midweek now. I will be back with another video at the weekend where hopefully I'll have made even more progress. Got these dahlias to go out as well, so they'll probably go down at the bottom of the garden. Right, folks, enjoy the rest of your week. Thank you very much for tuning in. I'm gonna go home, get a shower, get a beer and get in the hot tub. My neck's killing me. Alright guys, enjoy, take care and happy growing. See you soon.